look dapper. Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. I'm Mayor Chris Martin calling to order the regular session of the Logansport Board of Public Works and Safety. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Chris Martin.
Here.
Jacob Palmason.
Here.
Levi Jones.
Here. Start with the approval of minutes for the January 15th, 2025 meeting.
I'll motion to approve. Second.
Further discussion? Call for question?
Levi Jones.
Yes.
Jacob Palmason.
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. Next is the approval of claims for $585,252.66. This includes claims for $260,708.02, payroll $289,650.76, Kitchell and Shanks $15,977.38, Kitchell and Shanks $18,916.50, and vacation and longevity. I'll make a motion to approve the claims as presented.
Second.
Call for question?
Chris Martin.
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes.
Jacob Palmason.
Yes.
Public comment. Anyone in the audience who would like to make a comment, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for us. Seeing none, no old business, on to new business. Contracts and agreements, Advanced Excavating, change order number 1. Deputy?
Yeah, so this is for our Okra grant project over at the old Trelleborg site to remove the concrete there. So what you'll see in the packet is the change order summary that shows just a bunch of different alterations throughout the project that had to be made to get us to the final budget. So really the change order is for $5,225.57. But that's reflected by a number of additions and subtractions because they ran into a lot of unplanned things under there. But we got through it and made it here. So this will help us get towards closing that project out.
Perfect. I'll make a motion to approve the contract and agreement with Advanced Excavating.
I'll second.
Call for question?
Jacob Palmason.
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes.
Next is Randy, Comcate contract amendment.
I'm not Randy, but take care of it.
Yike. Chief.
This is the, our last year in April, we started our Comcate, which is the tracking system for code enforcement. Sandy also has access to that, and then we had to add some usernames. We're gonna add 2 more names to that as well, as now that we hired the second code enforcement officer. That is the automated system that when the tickets and fines and complaints go in it, they automatically populate, and then it keeps track of everything, sends reminders and sends out the notices in a timely manner within the projected time of, like, say 30 days or 60 days or whatever. So it's a tracking system that Randy's been using almost a year.
Yeah, for a bit, a year and a half.
And then we'll add the 2 new usernames to it as well. So that was the update of the contract to make sure we get that done for the new code enforcement and then for our traffic officer as well.
Make a motion to approve the contract agreement with Comcate.
Second.
Call for question?
Levi Jones.
Yes.
Jacob Palmason.
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. Thanks, Chief.
You're welcome.
Next is contracts and agreements for Haas Alert System, digital alerting. Chief Miller.
Chief.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
So this contract, this is Haas Alert Systems. Basically what this is it's a device that's installed inside our vehicles that anytime the emergency lights are activated, it sends out a forward signal. And if any vehicles are using Apple CarPlay, Android, whatever that is, they partner with the Stellantis, Volkswagen, and they're trying to get the other manufacturers on board. But It populates something on their navigation system that says emergency vehicle either approaching, or if we're stationary, it's emergency, you're approaching an emergency scene. It's pretty simple on our part. We turn the red lights on, it works. So, working the roadways is some of the most dangerous stuff we can do. So I think it's pretty good system, and we're going to put it on the first out apparatus, Rescue 6, Engine 1 and Engine 3. So it's a 3-year contract. I have the money in my budget, so I won't be asking for any more money. So yeah, it's a pretty good system.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract agreement with Haas Alert System.
Second.
Call for question?
Jacob Palmasol,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes. Thanks, Chief.
Thanks, Chief. Oh, Chief Yike, you're going to come back up here.
I'm back. I didn't see Casey's name in there, so I was going to be able to run down all mine, including Randy's, so guess not.
ERS Radio System Services.
So the next couple contracts are contracts that we have every year. Our ERS is our radio system. That's maintenance for our radios and our in-car vehicle radios as well, so.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract and agreement for ERS Radio System Services.
Second.
Call for question?
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmasol.
Yes.
Next is Army of Five Cleaning Services.
So with our budgets, we are budgeted for a cleaning service within the station. Army of Five had submitted a contract request for the job, and actually came in lower than our previous company, so we went with Army of Five, so they'll be cleaning the police department over the next year.
That's awesome. Also local,
Yep, yes, sir.
which is even
Who
better.
did you use previously, out of curiosity?
I was trying to think of the name. Helping Hands, I believe, is the name of it. I know the owner. I was thinking of the company name, so I think it's called Helping Hands.
I'm familiar with them, but I'm not familiar with Army of Five, so thanks.
Make a motion to approve the Army of Five Cleaning Services contract.
Second.
Call for question?
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmasol.
Yes.
All right. Thomas Reuter's Clear investigative tool.
Clear is an investigative tool that our officers use as well for names, birth dates, social security numbers, whatever. We've had it in our department now for several years, but every 3 years we renew the contract, and this is the 3rd year that it's up. So most of our detectives use it for criminal cases or informational cases. So.
Make a motion to approve the contract and agreement with Thomson Reuters.
Just on that note too, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but all 3 are budgeted items as well for the following year, or for this year, sorry.
Perfect.
I'll second that.
For question?
Jacob Palmasol,
Yes.
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. All right, next up is the Police Department resignation request.
Definitely not one I want to sit up here for. Branson Eber's been with us for a few years now. He came from Pulaski County Sheriff's Department. Branson has interviewed for a chief of police position at the town of Winamac and has been offered the job up there. It's about right around a $10,000 pay raise for him to leave here to go there. And obviously, it's a chief of police position up there. So this was his letter to me, putting in his 2 weeks' notice. But as you know, I have accepted the position of chief of police of the town of Winamac Thursday, January 16th. This is an adventure that I am eager to pursue, and I'm looking forward to the challenges of the job. I would like to thank the administration and training staff at Logansport Police Department for continuing my education and experience as a law enforcement officer. It is of no doubt in my mind that the experiences at Logansport Police Department have helped shape me for this position, and I'm grateful for that. I'm officially requesting to end my employment with Logansport Police Department, and this will be my official 2 weeks' notice, dated through 1/30/25. Thank you again for your support in advancing my career, continuing to serve the citizens of the state of Indiana.
Working with him, I mean.
I'm sorry.
Because you're a chief, he's a chief, you'll be working together?
Yeah, Branson, I can't speak highly enough of Branson
Absolutely.
and his abilities as a police officer. Not only that, but what he brought to the table for the training side of our department on the firearms and several other entities. So he's going to be surely missed
Oh, yeah.
within the department. But it's hard to look down upon somebody that I've been able to influence and train and mold, and then he's going to take a chief of police position. So at the end of the day, it's as bad as it may seem for me, the department, I'm proud to have not only a coworker, but a friend, be able to advance to the ranks of that nature and become a chief somewhere else and take good leadership to another agency that needs it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Send him my congratulations.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the resignation request of Branson Eber.
Second.
Call for question?
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes. Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you.
10,000. Yeah.
It's 10,000 plus he's being paid for incentive training and some other things as well. So
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Congrats to him, congrats to the people of Winnemac.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting a good one.
You got a good chief. All right, next up is the street department. Chad?
Chad?
Start with the applications for curb street cut. NIPSCO, 916 Race Street.
Yes, they're going to alley cut, retire a gas line, and then that building's going to be demolished.
Finally.
That's all.
Okay. Done. I will make a motion to approve the applications for curb street cut at 916 Race Street.
Second.
Call for question?
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. Thanks, Chad.
Thanks, Chad.
That was easy.
Yep. Yeah, that was ours.
Yeah. All right, code enforcement weekly report. Randy?
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
All right, last week we sent out 15 new notices for trash. We had 2 citations that got issued. We had 2 notices to appear. The 2 properties were 201 East Miami and 715 North 5th Street. Tagged 5 more cars last week, had 4 that were cleared from the week before. And that's been it.
Make a motion to approve the code enforcement's weekly report.
Second.
Call for question?
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall.
Yes.
All right, next is request for property cleanup or multiple violation properties. We'll start with 400 Howard Street. Is there anyone here to represent 400 Howard Street?
They contacted me about an hour ago. They wanted to see if they could reschedule a table until next week because they had issues in their house. Again, this was to appeal on the fine that we placed on the property.
I'd still like to talk to him, so that's fine with me.
That's fine. I told them that, I did give her the ultimatum that if she did not appear next week, that we would place the fine and we would actually ask for more on it. Because this property has been an ongoing thorn in my side. So we've got communication with them, but I want face-to-face communication.
Absolutely, I agree. I'll make a motion to table the request for property cleanups appeal at 400 Howard Street.
Second.
Call for question?
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes.
All right, next is request for property cleanup or multiple violation properties, 829 North Street. Is there anyone here to represent 829 North Street? All right, you want to come up? You state your name for us in the microphone? Yeah, you just say him.
Yes, my name's Carlos Aguirre.
All right, Carlos?
This is an appeal property. We placed a $250 fine on the 8th. The $100 violation fine had been paid. Property's been cleaned up. It was just, this was a multiple violation property and we had issues and no contact.
Do you have pictures?
Not with this one because we had a late notice.
Okay.
Getting this one in.
Can you explain what the violations have
The
been?
last one was a mattress that was located on the street in between the grass and the sidewalk. The first one was just some trash bags and stuff that had been laying out. But being there was a second one in a 12-month period, it's a multiple violation, so we had to do our steps to bring it in and go from there. To find out why it's happening, what we can do to stop it from happening.
Was the mattress wrapped?
It was not wrapped, but it was taken care of the very next day after I put the door hanger up, so it was taken care of.
Is this stuff we can avoid in the future?
I have a question. So, the property, it's actually, being rented out. So there are tenants in that home. And is the owner still held responsible for those fines?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Unless you have it in your lease agreement
Yeah,
that,
you could do that, yeah.
you know, if they do something wrong and you get a fine, you can have it in your agreement. But
yeah,
other than that, yeah.
The property's, it's under my father and myself. He did pay the fine before the 8th. He showed up late to the hearing, so that's why that $250 was sent out to us in a letter. I called for the appeal. Pretty much, we did have an issue with the tenants at first, advising them that they have to make sure that it's cleaned up. Once we received that fine, my father did pay it, and we pretty much had a conversation with them and told them that, you know, for future incidents, which we hope none of that happens again, you know, we will be taking civil matter, you know, taking on civil court, and, you know, figuring out what's gonna be needed for that. But they did clean up. We actually lent them a hand. We took our trailer to make sure they, you know, threw out all the heavy stuff. I'm not sure if they brought in new furniture or what was the deal, but we told them that they just can't be throwing garbage out there. At the end of the day, we're the ones that got hit, so.
And that's the thing with the city ordinance. It doesn't go against the tenant, it goes against the property owner. Since you're the owner of it, it's almost like having a business, you know? You're making money off of it, you're responsible for it. So that's why it had to go to the owner and doesn't go to the people that are just living.
I just asked because on the last screen, I saw that said owner, and then you guys have the tenant's information.
Because on the last screen, that was a different situation. The owner of the property is deceased. So the person living there is the only real contact we have with that.
So do you guys don't need the tenant's information, or no, none of that? It just pretty much falls on the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But they do get the door hangers on the property, so they're aware of it before you get the letters.
Okay.
So they're aware of it the moment it happens. They know something's wrong. Whereas we send the letters out and you get it a day or two after the fact.
We give them 7 days
Yeah.
to clean it up. I mean, it's not like we expect it that day,
Yeah.
you know, so. So from here on out, you feel confident that we're not going to have any?
Yes, I mean, we actually, we haven't had any issues with them. No, they offered to pay half of the fine that was already paid, but we just told them that, you know, we just don't want this to happen again. 'Cause if it doesn't, like I mentioned earlier, we'll take our legal action.
Absolutely, absolutely.
They have
Well,
the full-size trash bin at that
They got
location,
the-
everything.
Yeah, they got the full size there. And I don't know if that's a duplex or not,
No, it's a family.
Single family,
Yeah,
okay.
single family, yeah.
so.
Pretty big family.
Yeah, the only thing would be, you know, make sure in your lease agreements that you're covered on your end, because it will come to you. And then as far as making sure we can trust that they'll do it, but maybe they're not. So stop by whenever your trash day is.
Yeah.
Right after your trash is supposed to be picked up, if you guys drive by and notice something's wrong and get it taken care of, it'll never reach him and you'll never have to deal with him again.
Sure, yeah, I mean, the last thing we want is.
Yeah.
Going along with that, as someone who has rented out houses before, I recommend that is in your lease agreement, because what that does is it holds them responsible, and the odds of this continually happening again is a lot less because they're not going to want to pay it,
Yeah.
and it just adds on to their monthly rent.
Yeah, I would have to revise the lease that we have with them. So my father's the one that pretty much takes care of it. I mean, he owns most of the property, but language barrier is not the best, so that's why I'm here.
I mean, we appreciate you coming in and actually getting it cleaned up is the number one part. But when it happens multiple times, we just want to, you know, bring you in, make sure everybody understands, you know, how to not have to deal with this again, because
No, I mean, he's actually gonna be going around, he doesn't live that far from the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So.
great.
I mean, our biggest thing we said from the beginning is just having the communication so we can try to get the information and let them know this can't happen. Because there was issues with the property, they were parking in the green space and stuff, and it took me a little bit, but we got them to stop parking on the lot and park like they were supposed to. So there's baby steps with it, but it's just having the communication is a big key.
Yeah, communication and education in our community are obviously needed. And so that's why we're glad we have a second code enforcement officer. And we're glad that you're able to educate the citizens on what is going on. So I will say that from my standpoint, you've got two other people here, but from my standpoint, I would say that because you're showing up, because you showed up today, you explained things, and you have an action plan, I'm okay with eliminating the fine.
I don't know if we want to do
I mean, well, it'll base,
probationary period for it.
whenever the last action that took place was in December, so we'll have a full year that it can't happen again, or it'll fall back into our multiple.
Violation anyway.
Yeah, so basically, you're looking at 12 months with no problems.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as they communicate right away, then we shouldn't have any issues,
Exactly. That's fine.
especially as close as we are to.
So I'll make a motion to remove the $250 fine from 829 North Street with the understanding of no violations this year in 2025.
Yeah.
I'm good? Second. Further discussion? Call for question?
Levi Jones?
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall?
Yes.
Chris Martin?
Yes.
Thank you.
Carlos.
Thank you.
Thanks, Randy.
Thanks, Randy.
All right, board member comments. Levi?
I don't have any, just, Chief Yike's done a great job, because you've done a great job at training and mentoring an employee when they can go on and take the same position that you have somewhere else. So, yes, it's going to make you feel good inside that you took such a great job, but on the other hand, it's like, bummer.
Yep.
Definitely losing a good officer. And then to replace him is,
That's the,
Right.
that's the tougher part.
we'll get to it.
Have a good bench.
Deputy? Nothing? All right, stay warm out there. It is cold. Chad, you guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Keep it up. Miscellaneous business and any matters not already considered, including ADA Section 504 compliance or concerns. All right, seeing none, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Call for question?
Levi Jones?
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall?
Yes.
Chris Martin?
Yes. We are adjourned. Have a great day.